everybody. Welcome to the Geriatric Millennials. I'm Beth.
And I'm Jayme.
And we are just two oldish, youngish ladies bringing the magic back. Last week, we talked a lot about losing the magic. But now we're going to reminisce about a time when we had no responsibilities and the magic was just free flowing.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I'm excited. I love taking a little trip down memory lane. It's good for the old thinker too.
It is.
Okay, so one of my core memories as a child was the decorations my mom would put up. And my mom has always been a hustler and sometimes had a little bit of an affinity for a good MLM. And she used to sell Christmas Around the World, which was like a Christmas MLM where you would get all of this stuff and schlep it to somebody's house and they would do a holiday party and everybody would order decorations from this catalog. And they ran the gamut. And I just know that because she had to buy some of the stuff for display and stuff, we had some of those things. And one of my favorite memories, and like, I can just remember being a kid and, we'd schlep all of the boxes in from the garage and we'd go through the things to like, what are we going to put out this year? And there's two items that really got me. Number one was it's a musical, it's like a music box, but it's not a box. So it's this musical thing that you wind on the bottom and it's like, it looks like a little like a skating rink, but the skating rink is a mirror and then it's like all this white stuff around it. And there's these two little bears. One has his leg kicked up and they're wearing ice skates and you put the little figures on the music box thingy and there's magnets and they just spin around playing a musical song.
That sounds so cute.
It's so cute. And it just so happens that this year my mom had like given me some of like a box of holiday decorations. She's like, I don't know what's in here, but you could use some of it. It's in there.
Oh.
So it is up in my house, which is very exciting. This other thing, which I have to steal from her, and I'm still trying to figure out a way. It's late in the game, but I'm still trying to figure out a way to get it. It was from Avon, and it's this candle, except you don't light it. It's just like a candle that would smell of these three Christmas carolers that look very like Charles Dickinson. Like the woman has one of those like capey hats on, where it like covers a bonnet type thing. And these three guys, and it's a solid red candle. And it's just these three carolers. And every year we'd take it out of the box and you'd open it. It just smelled like Christmas at our house, which it actually isn't even a Christmas scent at this point. It just smells like old 80s wax. And you put it out and you just look at it. And I'm like, fa la 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 la.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. 100%.
So love it.
Oh, I love that. So one of my core memories that jumps out at me, and I may have mentioned this before, but it's one year. This was before we moved to Belize. So it was before, because I moved to Belize when I was 11. So it was before that. We usually would exchange one gift on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So we did that and went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember getting woken up out of a solid sleep to come and open presents, and it was like midnight.
Oh, wow.
And like my family apparently kind of like the adults or the older teenage, I guess adults. Yeah, my sister was married at that, even though she was married at 18, so she probably wasn't really an adult. She was like 18 or 19, which is why this makes more sense. But anyhow, they woke us up and we came out because they had gotten carried away. It's like one thing led to another. And they were like, oh, should we open another one? Should we open another one? And they just started like opening them all. So they woke us up to come and we just like tore through all the, opened all the gifts. It was like the middle of the night. It was so exciting. It was so strangely wonderful. And I'll never forget that. I have no idea what the gifts were. I just remember that it was so unexpected.
That's so fun.
It was so fun.
That's so fun. I need to set the stage for this memory. So the year, probably 1985. Okay. Just turned 5 years old. And my parents were like co-sleepers with us, kind of like we all slept in various beds in different configurations just because. But I remember my dad was sleeping in my bed in my bedroom and I was awoken by his thunderous snoring. And it's like middle of the night on Christmas. It was Christmas Eve or, almost Christmas Day. And I remember like I had this wrought iron bed that I was sleeping in and it was butted up against the window. And I remember putting my little hands on the window or on the wrought iron bed and I'm like pulling my little face up to like look out the window and I see a bright red light emanating in the sky. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've caught Santa. He is here. And that is freaking Rudolph on my roof right now. His nose is illuminating the sky. And I'm looking and then I'm like, oh, he knows I'm awake. And so I just remember like creeping my little face back down and then like sliding back into bed and just like laying there with glee of anticipation. It was like, I can see it now. And it's like, it was Santa. Yeah. Like to this day, it was Rudolph was on my roof. Yeah. So very powerful.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
It was so fun.
So we didn't do Santa growing in my household. We that wasn't a part of my home life culture holiday thing. Mine was, it was different because like I said, we moved to Belize when I was 11.
Yeah.
And so one of the holidays I remember was that we went to a hotel.
Oh.
And had kind of a getaway.
Okay.
And it was really fun. It had a pool and we got to eat in the restaurant. And like, that's what we did for Christmas. And it was
that sounds great.
Different.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. It was really fun. So I remember that one year being like and that was just like one time that we did that. I don't even know why.
I love that you guys had like random Christmas. Like,
that was
let's
so
just try
random.
this out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. We growing up always did Christmas Eve with my mom's parents. It was like, and then we do Christmas Day at our own house. But Christmas Eve was always a formal dinner. And so for like many years, like probably until I was like in, late elementary school, we would go to my grandma's house. She'd have a beautiful table set with the china and, placemats, and it was gorgeous. We'd have real cloth napkins and napkin rings, and we'd always wear our Christmas dress. So it usually was some variation of a red dress. I had a red Annie dress. I had it's usually a hand-me-down from my cousin because her family was bougie and rich and like our family was poor. I remember one year they gave us we would open it gifts and they gave me a giant box and it was all just like her hand-me-down clothing. You would have thought.
That's amazing.
It was great. All these dresses. Anyway, but we'd always get so dressed up and it was just like everybody was there. My grandma had this really annoying like ding, 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 like that kind of sound that would play like Christmas music.
Okay.
In the background, the whole dinner. You just hear it in all our family videos, this like dinging of like different holiday sounds and the weird little red bell that would play. And it was just that, every year it was the same. The same people came. There was a kids' table, it was food was passed. And it was just like very elegant and like everybody dressed up a little bit. And it was just such a departure from like, now I'm like, y'all can come over, wear your jammies because we were going to be comfortable. But the vibes were just so different, but it just made it very special.
Yeah. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I already told you about the time I like found all my gifts.
Yes.
And then I felt so guilty and then I had to pretend that I was surprised. That was terrible.
That was a terrible Christmas.
It really was. So I don't have a ton more memories of like before Belize, but I do have some after, like I shared about going to the hotel. And then another one was just like in my teen years, one of the traditions that they had was like all the young people we would do a school Christmas program. Mm-hmm. So we did that. And there was always like, songs and usually a play and like all the different grade levels would put together little presentations and all that kind of stuff. So that was fun. And everybody in the community would go and watch that. And then after, all the teenagers would load up in these two big trucks, like the kind of trucks, like semi trucks with like a big trailer thing on the back. And we would drive around and we would carol at people's houses.
See,
so it was like,
beautiful.
Yeah, because like everything is spread out. It's a farming community. So everything is really spread out and the driveways are long. And so we'd go in this big bus and we would just like pull down into their driveway and we would sing one or two songs and then they would throw us candy.
Oh, it's like a reverse parade.
Yeah. And then we would drive to the next house and do the same thing and they would throw us candy. And it was
that's so cool.
Fun. It was
that's
such
so
a good
cool.
memory.
Well, you just made me remember something horrible. I was in second grade. My teacher didn't like me. I didn't like her. She caused a lot of damage. We were doing it was the second graders' year to do the Christmas production. We were doing the littlest Christmas tree ever, which was about the smallest Christmas tree at the Christmas tree lot that never gets picked and then got picked and was like the special Christmas tree, blah, blah, blah. And we wore these like, cut out of poster paper green Christmas trees on our faces. And I wanted to be the star of the show. And this other little girl who was the teacher's favorite was picked. And I just remember she got a solo and I was just standing in the background seething in my green sweater on stage, looking at her like, that should have been my number. And it was very Whatever Happened to Baby Jane of me. I know you might not know that reference, but I was feeling a lot of animosity towards her pet who got to be in all the firsts of everything.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And to this day, I remember that girl. She was a lovely girl. She's actually a wonderful child, I'm sure. But the bitterness that I have towards that teacher, I will never ever
get over it?
Let it go. I mean, I had until this moment. I hadn't thought about it in about 30 years, but I remember now. It's gonna stick.
Beth.
But it was really fun. Like I love like the Christmas holiday stuff that you used to do at school too. Like we always had little pageants and like little singing things. And one of the best days of the year is we would do milk carton, graham cracker, gingerbread houses. So you would save your milk carton from lunch. And then I don't even think we would wash it. We would just bring it to our desk and you would use icing, like cake icing that, the Duncan Hines?
Yeah.
And you would get like a little splotch of that. And then you use graham crackers. You put the frosting on the back and you stick it all to the like little milk carton. And then it would make this, and you put candy so it would make a cute little gingerbread house.
Yeah.
And then you would eat it. And now I'm thinking about that was freaking filthy. That's disgusting. Like I know for a fact those weren't washed. It was the 80s. It was totally fine. But it's just like, oh my gosh, thinking about that now, I'm like, oh, that was probably
hand sanitizer did not exist.
I don't ever remember washing my hands, like I'm sure we did, but it's just like one of those things.
We're
fine.
The immune system.
Yeah. I just want to state for the record, I'm a big hand washer now and hand sanitizer. But back in the day, I'm like, we weren't washing anything like that. No. We weren't even drinking water,
No. That's so true.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I love reminiscing about this. Okay. I have another really big one that sticks out. And this is, again, a little bit older, but still really young. Okay. I was 19.
Yeah. Baby.
And I had a Christmas in Belize, but this is like after I had moved away from Belize, but then I went back and I brought all my friends.
Oh, how fun.
Like from high school. So I think there was like 5 of us and they were there. We were together and had Christmas together.
That's really cool.
And New Year's together. And Christmas, we were totally singing our own carols. Like we just had like a sing along in my house. And we cooked. My mom was there. We cooked with her. She probably did most of it. I don't remember that part. But I just remember having so much fun with my friends. And I really remember singing We Three Kings. Like it's just like stuck in my head, like We Three Kings. And then we went on to then go to the island for New Year's.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the one where, we stayed in that hut with hammocks with just like a box underneath your hammock where you could put your stuff in and open air with a bunch of Frenchmen.
Yeah.
And
wasn't it the French like soccer team or something?
I don't remember
crazy?
where.
Yeah.
It was like French. There was like 4 French men from France and us in this like open air hammock.
Sounds like a great
hostel
Christmas present to yourself.
type place. And we went out dancing. I mean, it was so extremely fun. And it was Y2K. It was like,
oh gosh,
it was the
double
turn
whammy.
of the century.
Yeah.
Unforgettable.
For real.
It was amazing.
I have this image of my dad in my head. And I know we have a picture of it, so I know that's why it's emblazoned. But it's just like we would wake up so early on Christmas. We were like 5:45, 6 a.m. kids.
Yeah. Hashtag relatable as a mom.
Yeah.
With
brutal.
my kids.
Brutal. Yeah. Like there's so many times my dad, we'd hand him his stocking in like my early years. It got better when we were older because like I was always the earliest up. Like even now on Christmas, I will be up early because it's Christmas. And I'm like, it's 5 a.m. I'm like, Beth, you are by yourself in a house. Like you don't need, if you want to open a gift, okay, but you need to calm down. Why don't you go back to bed? But like when I was a kid, I would wake up so early and I'd wake my family up. Anyway, I just have memories of my dad just like I'd always be the passer outer of gifts because I liked it and I was the most awake at the time. And I just would give my dad like his stocking and he would like literally be falling asleep, trying to open it. And then I have a gripe, I guess, because like my family for years, I used to always be the one that would like hand out the gifts. Like it changed every year, but a lot of time it ended up being me because I was the one with energy and running around and stuff. And it was like a family of 4. It wasn't a lot of us. And they would always like say, oh, you opened your present slowly so you could open the last present. And I'm like, sorry that y'all are ripping through your stuff. Not my fault. I'm taking my time. And I would get like such flack for like just taking my time. I like to take my time. I wasn't the person that was like saving the paper and like folding it, but I was just like looking at stuff. And I just remember they'd always be like, oh, look at you holding on because you just want to open the last present. So then it got to the point where I was opening presents faster to like keep up with my brother and stuff so that like I wouldn't.
So you wouldn't get the flack.
Wouldn't get the flack and get like bullied by my family on Christmas Day just for wanting to open my presents the way I wanted to open them. And I think that's why now as an adult, I like opening presents by myself. So thanks, Fred and Linda, for the trauma. No, it was really fun. Yeah, it was fine. But it's just like one of those memories you're like, yeah, there's always that weird family stuff that comes up at Christmas too. You're like, wait a minute. So anyway.
It's interesting to me to hear about different people's traditions for opening gifts too, because like we've kind of created our own way that we do it. And it wasn't, I don't remember it being like that when I was growing up, but like we like take turns. And so everyone can like experience and watch, cool. Which I really enjoy, but I know that not everybody does because it can be traumatic for some people to have that attention on them and have that like their reaction be watched. And so I do want to be kind of sensitive to that, but also I really like it. And so I want to just keep doing it. Cause I love being able to have for everything to have its moment. And then I'm also aware of like what everybody got. And it's just, it takes so much longer and it just like makes it last longer. Anyways, I forget where I was going with that. I guess that people have different ways of like different cultures, even just within their family of how they do gifts. Cause I know somebody who does like one type of wrapping paper for each person.
Oh, yep.
And so it's like, they know which ones are for which, and they all just, it's like a free for all and they all just like go in and tear in and just like do it however they want. And it's chaos, but it's awesome and they love it. And that's just like a cool idea. And it's just so different than how we've done it. And so anyway.
Yeah.
So did you pass it around and then everybody just like,
so we passed out all the gifts.
So you had your little
you
pile.
have your pile and you could open at your own pace.
Okay.
And sometimes we would do it like, hey, let's open this like other family's gifts first. So we see like what grandma's got us or what this family got, like that kind of thing. But for the most part, you were in charge of your own pile of gifts and however you wanted to like get through it.
Okay.
Our other tradition though has always been, as soon as everybody's of age, scratch tickets. So now like everybody does scratch tickets in the stockings. And that's so fun. It's kind of fun. And it's like, I never do scratchers like any other time of year, but it's fun to like spend $20. I'm like, here, mom, here's, and then after everybody opens gifts, people will scratch your tickets to see if you want anything. And there's been some years where people win like $100 or something. So it's like kind of extra bit of fun when people are just like, because we typically on Christmas don't do like a big dinner because we did it the night before. So we like to do like a nice like brunch kind of appetizer spread. And so you just kind of munch and then you go get some leftovers and people scratch tickets and then we just watch movies all day. And just, we used to have a fire, like a wood burning fireplace going up. So we'd always have like a fire going and
that sounds lovely.
It was very magical and wonderful. Yes. And I wish my parents were, that my dad was still here, but they were both young again and could just like, parents pamper me.
Yeah.
Make all the magic happen this year. So, but again, we're right there. Like Christmas is literally, I think it's like tomorrow by the time this gets posted. So it's just like, all the gifts should be wrapped. Well, at least mine will be. I don't know about if you're a last minute wrapper or not.
I hope to have everything wrapped well in advance this year.
Yeah. And it's just like,
I have been known to be wrapping on Christmas Eve, but I don't like that.
No, I hate it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that this year is just a calm, beautiful Christmas, just simple.
Yeah. And I know that, Christmas can have both the anticipation, the joy, the magic, and also at the same time, the parts that can be triggering or difficult or lonely or, it's just, it's such
all
a
emotions.
Mix.
It's all the emotions at once. Yeah.
For all of us. So whatever your experience is, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
And peace on earth.
Of course. Hey, if you're enjoying this podcast and would like to support our show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost, so check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.